What up, YouTube? On this episode, I'm gonna show you how to install the oil cooler from DERALE. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is the one that I got. Okay, that's the part number. This one has 8 AN fittings for the input, but it comes with all these other fittings. Compression fitting with a barb, so like that you could hook it up. I'm gonna show y'all how to install this on a truck like mine, which is a 2010 F150 with a 5.43 3-valve engine. Okay, I already got some rigging up here. I have 2 oil transmission coolers on mine, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna eliminate the transmission even going into the radiator, because the radiator, you know, it's at a certain temperature, and I want to try to keep my transmission as cool as possible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove all this crap. I'm gonna remove this bottom shroud plastic, and I'm gonna actually put that cooler down here somehow, mounting some brackets to the frame and to the other side, so that we get the optimum, you know, the more cooling that we can get for the transmission in my truck. So what we're gonna wind up doing is removing all this crap. We're gonna be coming down here. These are the transmission cooling lines. I'm gonna cut them right here. Use the compression fittings that come with the kit. Tap into that. And then somehow have the cooler here with the fan blowing out this way. I would put the transmission cooler, sorry guys. I would put the transmission cooler here, but I know that transmission oil, it gets really hot, and the last thing I want is blowing hot air towards my condenser. So what I'm gonna do is have it down here, because the grill is so big on these Fords that you get enough air going through here. But it'll be that cooler has an actual fan. It's a puller, so I'm gonna have the blades on the opposite side and the radiator side on this side, so it's gonna suck in the air and blow it out through the bottom. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna show y'all how to hook this up on a truck like this. All right, guys, let me get to it. I'm gonna find some parts and start fabricating brackets, and we're gonna get this all done. All right, let me jump to it. I removed the cover that was right here in front of the radiators. I'm sorry it's late at night here working on this, because I need my truck. Well, I removed the cover that goes here. I removed both the coolers that I had here, the transmission coolers, and I discovered something. One of the coolers was like kind of clogged or hard to blow through. They're both right here. One of them is clogged. So I think what was happening to my truck is I was having like if I were to be driving and it was going to jump onto overdrive, it would kick into overdrive real hard, like boom, and then it would just drive normal. But I think it has to do with this one being clogged. But I won't know until I put on the actual cooler that I'm gonna do, that DERALE cooler. So let me show y'all what's going on here. These are both the lines that I removed. I cut them with a little pipe cutter. See, I went and bought this. It was like 15 bucks or something like that. It's a Milwaukee. So I cut both the pipes. These are known to break, guys. Just to let y'all know, they break right here. And if this comes disconnected, you're gonna bleed out all your transmission fluid while you're driving, and you're gonna kill your transmission. So, you know, this is a good upgrade. So I removed both of the lines. Okay, let me point my flashlight up. There are the 2 oil cooler lines that come from the tranny. From here on out, they're all aluminum, I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the compression fittings on there, tying the hell out of them, and then I'll be able to run that to the actual cooler. I'm gonna mount it somewhere right here and be using the frame rails. I'm gonna make some kind of bracket that goes across here. I don't know if I'm gonna weld them or actually use bolts that are here to make it hold, but I'm gonna find all that out as I keep going on this project. So first thing first is I'm gonna put the compression fittings on that. So let me get on it. Okay guys, I wanted to explain to you on the compression fitting how this works. Okay, this is the compression fitting here. Let me take it apart one-handed here. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so what's gonna happen is you got the compression fitting, right? So it's gonna go, basically you're gonna put this fitting like this inside that tubing. Sorry, it's kind of hard to line it up with one hand. And then this little ferrule, okay, the little ferrule here, that's what it's called. You put it in next, and it's gonna fit perfectly around that tubing. Okay, and then you're gonna put that like this, and as you tying up this fitting, oh, I'm sorry guys, as you tying it up, the ferrule that's in the middle gets compressed, and it's gonna make a perfectly tight seal around this aluminum pipe. Okay, so I already got one on there, and then it comes with these. So like that, you tie that, you screw this onto there, and then you have your 1/2-inch barb for your hose. Okay, so let me show y'all the other one that's already mounted on there. There it is. Okay, perfectly. It's not gonna spin no more. It's on there tight. And I like using a pipe cutter because it gives you a nice squared cut. So when it bottoms out on this compression fitting down there in the bottom, it's gonna give you that nice seal once it's all compressed, the fitting. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Let me continue here and I'll cut y'all back on. Okay, amigos, after you got both the fittings on, it's gonna look like this. I put on the compression fitting, Teflon tape, and then boom, I screwed on this bad boy as tight as possible. So we got it all put together. So now it's mounting the cooler somewhere here. I don't want to block this because that's where my filter's at. I need room to get in there to unscrew that sucker. So I'm gonna try to put it somewhere inside here at an angle. So let me see how I could do that. All right guys, I'll cut you back on. All right everybody, we're gonna start again on the truck. So this is what I kind of figured out. I'm gonna put 2 rails from here to the other side of the frame, and I'm gonna make 2, one here, one there, since we have 2 mounting positions for the cooler. You know, it has the frame that goes all the way through, all the way over here to this side. So I'm gonna run some C-channel aluminum bar that I got here from Home Depot. It was like 15 bucks for this bar. So I know that it's like probably 35 inches from here to there. I'm not sure. Let me measure that out. Here, I got my little measuring tape. So let's measure it. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make them around, it's gonna be around 33 inches. Yeah, around 33 inches is what I'm gonna make them. So I'm gonna cut 2 of those C-channel, one here, one there, and then mount it from the bottom like that. I'll probably self-tap it to here just in case I ever do want to remove it. And I'm gonna put it somewhere on this side. So let me get to cutting these aluminum C channel, and I'll cut y'all back on. Let me get on it. All right, amigos, this is what I came up with. So I got the 2 C channels on there. I already pre-drilled the holes where I'm gonna run the self-tappers to the frame. I ran 2 self-tappers to the actual C channels from the bracket to the fan, and now I'm just gonna slide it in underneath the truck and see. Let me make that happen. I'll cut y'all back on. Okay, everybody, I got the damn cooler in. It's plumbed up, mounted. It ain't going nowhere. Okay, there's only one issue. I had my ratchet up here and it freaking fell and hit it right there, and I knew that I had to do something about that, because I'm always working on my truck and I know tools fall, and the last thing I want is for it to be all beat up. So I found this 12-inch grill, this old school grill, and I think I'm gonna just put it in there, just like that. Let me see, just like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a tie strap underneath the C channel all the way up, and one up here, and that should hold it in place to protect it from anything falling on it. Either way, you can't see that, but that's just to protect it from when I'm working on the truck and stuff falling on it. I don't want it to be all dented up. So let's get underneath the truck and show you what's going on. For right now, I have it hooked up straight to the battery. It hasn't kicked on. It's been the truck's been running for about a good 15 minutes, and I haven't heard it turn on yet. And the cooler doesn't feel hot like the lines yet. So let me get under here. Let me show you what's going on. Okay, so there's the lines are hooked up. As you can see, I got my little thermostat going on right there. It's hooked up. I got the ground wire going to the actual bumper right here. Okay, that's the ground, and then the positive goes this one, and this green one's coming from the battery. And you know, there's not much else to say. It's very simple. And I'm gonna test drive the truck and see how it does. Of course, I'm not gonna leave that positive wire going to the damn battery like that, because of course it's gonna probably drain my battery if it's for whatever reason kicking on by itself. But I discovered this fuse right here. It's this one. I guess it's number 21. Okay, 21 is the trailer. It's a tow trailer battery charger. So say you have the tow trailer with the electric brakes on it, that's where you would get your power from. And I guess I'm gonna use that to power up the fan. That's the fan from the actual van, I mean from the actual truck. The cooling fans from the radiator that just kicked on. But it was real simple, guys. Let me close all this up and take it for a test drive. But I'll probably do that tomorrow morning since it's already dark. And I'm just gonna leave it running here in the driveway, and I just want to make sure this thing's gonna kick on before I even do that test drive. All right, guys, I'll keep y'all posted. Okay, everybody, we're on the last step of this hooking up this transmission cooler. So the next thing is wiring it up. So this is what I figured out. Like I was telling y'all, I'm gonna use the tow trailer battery charging option that these trucks have, which is gonna be fuse number 21 right here, 21. It's this one, and then relay number 9. I'm gonna show you how this comes together. Okay, let me go over here. Let me grab I went to AutoZone and I grabbed a fuse. I'm gonna show y'all. This is the relay, and here's the fuse. Okay, this is a 20 amp fuse. I want to let y'all know that thermostat that's on the actual transmission cooler, the little thermostat, is only able to hold 15 amps. Supposedly the fan that's on here, it pulls 3.5 amps. So a 20 amp fuse is probably a little bit over, but that's what I'm gonna put on there. Okay, either way, if something were to happen, it will pop that fuse. So let me show y'all what we got going on here. So we got the prong, right? We got the prongs here. If you notice, I'm gonna use my light screwdriver. One side doesn't light up, but the other one does, okay? Over here, where the tow relay's at, basically when you put a fuse here, it's gonna send power to the prong that, you know, because a relay, this is the activation side, this one positive and negative, and then this is gonna be the side that receives the power. Once the relay is activated, it transfers the power from this one to that side. Okay, so as you can see, the light's not on right now on there. Okay, so we're gonna pull the fuse out of here, and we're gonna drop it where I told y'all it is. So as soon as I touch it, it should light up that screwdriver. Boom. See how that it lit up over there? Okay, so we're gonna leave. I'll probably not, while I'm working on it, I'm not gonna have that. But as you, like I was telling you, this side here is the one that's gonna have the power. And then once the relay is activated from these two prongs, it's gonna transfer the power to this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift the fuse box up. We're gonna remove this wire. I already have the tabs loose. Lift it up. I'm gonna find that wire, splice it, and then I'm gonna tap the fan into that through the bottom. So like that, when I hit the key over there, it turns on that relay and feeds the power to the fan while the truck is on. And when I turn it off, there's no power, and plus it has its own fuse. So let me get onto that, and then I'll show y'all once everything's all done, guys. So I'll cut y'all back on right now. Okay, guys, I have the fuse box lifted up. As you can see, all the wires are exposed. I'm gonna flip the phone over here this way. This red wire that's sticking out right there, that's the wire that I'm gonna be using to power my fan. That's the one that's coming from that battery charge, the trailer battery charger. That's the wire for it. As you notice, there's no power. We put the light, the screwdriver tester, nothing. Okay, we're gonna put the fuse back under where I showed y'all. Okay, there goes the fuse. We got power where we needed it, but that other wire, it should still be nothing. Nothing yet. Okay, I'm gonna put in the relay. Okay, putting in the relay. Looks like this. This is from Advance. That's the part number right there. Okay, so putting in the relay. I'll make sure I got it in there right. I don't want to bend the prongs because those have never been used. So those terminals have never been used, so they're tight. So let's test it again. No power yet. Okay, this is only supposed to work when the keys flip forward. So let's go to the inside of the truck, put the key in the ignition and flip it forward and see if it's gonna activate that power wire. Sorry, I'm using a chair to get up there because the truck's a little tall. All right, I'm just gonna flip the key. I'm not gonna turn on the truck, I'm just gonna flip it forward. Okay. Truck the keys forward on the ignition. Now we're gonna test and see if we got power. Boom, we got power. Okay. So that's how we're gonna power the fan for the transmission cooler. Okay, so now I'm gonna get a butt connector with some shrink wrap. Shrink wrap that one and shrink wrap the other one. That I probably leave the other wire alone, the one that goes to the back to the tow hitch where this is supposed to get power to, just in case I ever do need to hook it back up. I know where it's at. So let me hook this wire up to that cooler and I'll cut y'all guys back on. All right, everybody, it's wired up, plumbed up. Closing up the fuse box here. Let me make sure everything's good. I pressed everything right in. Yeah, everything's in there the way it's supposed to. I just want to make sure everything's on there because I was messing with this thing. I didn't want something to pop out while I was messing with all this. But yeah, everything's set up, guys. Just go inside the truck, put the key forward, and make sure that I'm getting power to that thermostat on that transmission cooler. All right. Oh shit, I didn't leave the key there. Got it in my pocket. Okay. All right. Keys on the ignition is on. Let's go down here. I got the screwdriver tester. And the green wire is my power. Yep, it's lighting up. See that? So we got power there. Perfect. The other side don't have no power. So we're good, guys. So I'm gonna take a drive in the truck and see what it does. And I've discovered something. I'm gonna have a new video coming out. The transmission cooler on these trucks has an actual thermostat on the actual cooler lines, so it doesn't let oil flow till the temperature on that thermostat is above whatever the recommendation temperature is. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be buying a valve to remove that thermostat so that it's constant flow as soon as you turn on the truck. And we're gonna be doing a valve body removal and cleaning all the valve body, and probably even putting a shift kit on the valve body. So, you know, there's gonna be more videos on the Ford truck. So if you got a 6R80 like I do, the transmission, it's gonna be a very helpful video coming up, guys. So, all right, I hope this helps somebody. Thank you. Okay, after driving the truck around the block, it turns on and it's going. So it's a success. It works good. I can feel the heat coming off the fan. Oh yeah, the lines are hot, man. It's doing its job, guys. So next is that thermal valve and dropping down the, man, that air is hot. Woo! That little thing works good. But next we're gonna do the valve body cleaning, and we're gonna do a shift kit. 142. I think my little gauge needs batteries. I don't think it's accurate, but I just wanted to show that it works. All right, guys, thank you. Hope somebody learned a little something from this video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Later.